Architecture Corner, Architecture Corner.
Hey there. It's Wednesday at about 12 o'clock, and this is not a Google Classroom meeting. This is a Mocheville remote meeting, and this is not one of the ones that I posted, kiddos of Mocheville and friends, where it's the classroom with the word of the day and all those things. This is a separate one, the first time we're doing it. This is called Architecture Corner. Get it? It's like a corner. I know, it's terrible. A couple of days ago, I did a on being creative video lesson on using cardboard and styrofoam. And today's lesson is actually going to involve me playing a character whose name is Heinz Clausen. And Heinz Clausen is an architect from Germany. I'm going to do a terrible German accent. I apologize. I really apologize. But Heinz Clausen is going to be the architect for this. And I'm going to be showing you something that we as teachers have been doing that you might or probably don't know about, called PDSA cycles. Plan, do, study, act. And to fully get the idea of this being a cycle, like the life cycle, or a cycle like your bicycle, the wheels going, PDSA, and then you act, you adapt, you adjust, maybe you abandon, and then you go back to your plan. We use this in education. We've been using it for the last few years, this idea. It's kind of like the scientific method as well. Architects definitely use this. Planners who do computer planning and coding use this as well. A lot of different people use this, and during this Architecture Corner, I'm going to use the PDSA idea with you. And today is going to be really about the plan and a little bit about the do. So we're probably going to do a little bit of the plan and a little bit about the do. Make sense? All right. You might want to have some tools to use if you want to do this with me and with Heinz Clausen, the teacher. You might want a piece of paper or some papers to use to draw on some different writing devices, pens, erasers, pencils, probably a mixture, maybe crayons, I don't know. You might want to have scissors to cut things. You probably want to have tape rolls or tape dispensers. I've got some. I'm going to use a couple today, probably. The single-sided and this really cool double-sided tape I found. You might also have glue. You might want cardboard, right? And you might want foam. Now, you don't have to have any of these things necessarily. But these are just some things that you might want during this time to use. There it is. I'm going to maybe try to tape this up. And in a moment, I'm going to try to go into my character. By the way, I'm wearing the athletics jersey because baseball was supposed to start tomorrow. It's been postponed, and it should be postponed. I am missing it, and it should also absolutely be postponed because there are far more important things right now for sure than baseball. Okay, here we go. Going into the character of Heinz Clausen. Hello there. My name is Heinz Clausen, and I am an architect from the city of Berlin, Germany. And today I'm going to talk about big ideas. You already tell the accent's horrible. Sorry about that. I don't really have the character yet. What are big ideas? Well, big ideas are just that big. And I want to come up with a very big idea to build with this shoebox. And here is my plan. I thought about many big ideas. I wanted to do buildings, hospitals, different things. And so for today, I came up with one idea. And here it is, kids. I want to build Mochiville in a shoebox. I know it doesn't sound big, but there it is. Mochiville in a shoebox. Now, how do we do this? Well, here's my shoebox. And I've already started by opening it up. As an architect, I like to plan and play with the materials. And for today, what I want is something where I can open up my model like this. Now, in here, in my shoebox, I want to think about some basic things. This is the front of Mochiville. So I'm going to write front. And by front, what I mean is the whiteboards and that table in Mr. Rosenberg's classroom. And as you remember, kids, I remember there was piles and piles of stuff back here. So this is the front. Now this is the front. That means over here will be the sink. But because I'm going to build this up, it's no problem to draw with a Sharpie. You can use pencil if you want. I'm going to remember that this part would kind of be where windows are. Like that. There are keyboards, other things. Now this is the front here. I'm remembering the classroom. I know that over here is a couch area. There's some other things. And only one door in Mochiville. Right here would be the door. So you can see what we have so far. I might go back to my paper that I have here and try to draw different views. One would be the bird's eye view. I'm giving up on the accent, by the way. I'll still be Heinz Clausen, but I just couldn't make it work. Bird's eye view. Here is the front. And if that's the front, I have to kind of orient it. That's the front. Here's the windows. Here's where the door is. And maybe here I put back. I'm going to stop the video now and do something called time lapse, where for the next few minutes I'm just going to videotape myself working using time lapse. All right, here goes.
Well, here we are in the building process. There's a lot of trial and error you'll see in this building. Coming up with the whiteboard, where the sink is, Daphne's juice bar, making a floor plan for the logs. This is a log table. There's a lot of things that worked and didn't work here. So what I learned from this process is you got to try things, and they might work, and sometimes they might not work. But there you go.
All right. So that was Architecture Corner. And to review, we talked about doing a plan, do, study, and act. I'm going to study right now how today went. First of all, I tried to do a character named Heinz Clausen, and that really didn't work, so I'm going to abandon the character completely. I wanted to create Mochiville in cardboard, in a cardboard shoebox, and I began that. I worked on creating a front, as you can see here, a front where the windows are for the back area and where the door is to the yard. And I think I worked on that pretty well. I used tape. I used two kinds of tape. I used double-sided tape as well as single-sided tape. That worked okay. I might try to adapt and use some glue or glue sticks or other, maybe even harder glue, like more permanent glue. I'm not sure. What I think worked well was I worked on sort of creating the front so far in the classroom. I started to come up with a carpet area, as you can see here. I think I need to expand my carpet area to make it a bit bigger and more realistic. So this basically, for people that know my classroom, this would be where the library is right now. And I also abandoned, while I was working in that time lapse, I was making these log benches, and it turned out that based on proportion to the table log, they were too small. So I gave up. I abandoned them, and I made these much bigger log seats that I will finish later here that I think are going to work much better. I have the sink area with Daphne's juice bar. I have the map of San Francisco where we have over here. This is sort of the bookshelf area. I'll have to think about how I want to make this. I might want to actually make this with cardboard instead. But I encourage you when you're building stuff to sort of try your own stuff. If it doesn't work, guess what? You can stop. The good news about this time in social distancing is there's no teacher there to tell you you're right or wrong, and you have as much time as you want. You know, sometimes in class you want to keep reading or you want to keep doing things and it's recess. Well, right now, you don't have that restriction. Be safe, be well, be loved. We love you, I love you. Again, this was Architecture Corner, building big ideas into buildings. All right, I will edit the video and get it to you today. Love you, bye.
See you soon for another Architecture Corner. Bye-bye.